so today and tomorrow and a couple of other days, we are going to talk about some spelling rules because I feel like we are either not seeing when words are spelled wrong, we're not using the dictionary properly to see if we got it right or wrong. And sometimes, like in our writing, like we don't use what we know. So today and tomorrow, we're going to go through this PowerPoint. And so as we go through, you may pause it and write, pause it, write, whatever you want to do. But we're going to practice some spelling rules. So it says, use what you know about the spelling pattern Tion and Sion. And I know that those those spelling patterns make the shun sound. So I want you to notice these words right here. They are spelled very phonetically correct. That means they are spelled the way they sound, but that doesn't mean they follow the correct spelling pattern. So we have this one, it says station, okay, and then we have motion. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to see if you can spell these correctly, and then I'm going to spell them and see if you got them correct. So take a minute to pause and see if you can get those. Okay. So you should have had your words written down. So we're going to say station would be spelled Station because the Tion makes a shun sound. We have motion, which would be the MO. The O says O, and then we have the Tion makes the shun sound. The next one we have is nation. The NA makes the A sound, and then the Tion makes the shun sound. Solution, we have the SOLU, and then the shun sound would be the TION. And the last one we have is ocean. And doesn't follow any of these spelling patterns, so I'm not really sure why they put it with this one, but it's OCEAN. But it does have the shun sound, but it is spelled differently. Okay, let's look at another rule. This one is going to be, we've talked about plurals. Do I add S or ES to the end? Remember when it has the ch sound or the k sound or the sound, we want to put ES. We don't want to put an S by itself. So take a minute to pause this video and see if you can write these correctly. Okay, let's see what you got here. So we have ditches, and you hear when I said ditch is, you hear the is sound. So we want to make sure we put that ES on the end. We wouldn't want to say dishes. Okay, it all blends together if we don't have the ES sound. So mix is would be ES. Judges, since it ends in an E, all we have to do is add an S. Splash is would be ES. Clocks, did you hear the is? No, just sound. And then cookies ends in an E, so we only have to add an S. So we're going to do one more today. Write the correct spelling of each misspelled word. Use what you know about word endings to correct the spelling. So we have the word more than one, or one more than six would be seven. And so I want you to go through and see if you can figure out those ending sounds that are not correct. All right, so seven would be SEVEN. And boys and girls, I need you to know that this would be a question on your test, on your STAR test for the writing. They would put SEVIN or change it to SEVEN. That is a very common, easy mistake for a student. So the best way to know that you got it right is to look it up. Okay, if you're not sure if it should end in an IN or EN, then get a dictionary. And if you can't find SEVIN, then guess what? It's probably wrong. You need an EN. So make sure you're using those online dictionaries and you're using those dictionaries in class. Listen, it would be changed to EN at the end. Second, SECOND. Again, these are kinds of questions that you're going to see. They're going to ask you Should it end in a U-N-D or O-N-D? Who knows? Garbage, G-A-R-B-A-G-E. And bright is B-R-I-G-H-T. So those are some tricky endings that they would say change 7 to 7, and it would just change the I and the E. So that is all for today, and we're going to do some more tomorrow.